You ever wonder who they're talking about when they talk about they? You ever wonder about that? Who are they talking about when they talk about they? They did this. They figured this out. Do you know what they did? Did you hear about that thing they did? Everyone's always saying they. It was like a really big realization to my poor little childhood brain, like this year. Like, oh, they isn't anybody. It's different people, and there's no real actual they out there who knows everything, and I have to keep up with somehow. That's what I've been trying to do. Yikes. Anyway, but then it got worse and better at the same time when I realized, oh, wait a minute. No, I was wrong. There is a they. When we say they figured this out, they did this, there's a they out there that indeed is moving things in directions and really glad to give us this but not that, and as long as we trust them, we're all good. Yeah, they be the demons, if you're following my drift. Just put that in your filter next time you're like, yo, did you hear what they found out? Did you hear what they did? And be like, that's the demons trying to move humanity to worship itself into destruction. Wow, they are active these days. They're not hiding at all. They're all over the place. I just don't necessarily tell you they're there. Yeah, you got to listen for the words. You got to listen for the lies. I believe that the torment of demons does not always need to inhabit a person to cause that person to speak demonic things. Right? Anything that is a lie effectively is demonic, and a lie repeated over and over so that it becomes the truth and no one else can speak without speaking it. That's definitely demonic, right? That's the definition of demonism, and also tied to Babel a little bit. But let's leave that for another time. Why is it good news that they are the demons? Because it means that your dystopia makes sense now. It completely makes sense. In fact, you live in an end time scenario where the world has been overtaken by a zeitgeist evil demon lord who, through destruction and deception, has convinced everybody things are fine as long as you stare at the box, smile, and take your... I'm going to sip my coffee now. Hold on. Take your medicine. Take your medicine. Whatever that may be for you, just sit back, let the modern world save you. Oh, you could be a Christian. Play some golf before you go to heaven. Just don't die too soon, Make sure you stick around and all that kind of thing. That is what modernism has sold us. And Jesus Christ, being significantly more glorious than this, has not condemned us outright for this, but has given us chances to repent. It's so marvelous. He is so willing and able to just hand you freedom. But it does mean now, the freedom means now seeing that the chains of modern assumptions, the belief that we're better now, that we're new because we got electricity or something, that makes us more able in any way, top to bottom, from the micro to the macro, right? To believe that is such a big lie that it must consume you eventually. And if not you individually, it's the track of the culture. Think generationally and think over time. And so thankfully, as modernism destroys itself, because it's a bad idea, Jesus Christ is willing to shock the system, leaving his word bubbling underneath so you can hear it. And remember, well, that Jesus Christ is significantly more glorious than today, yesterday, or any day which has come before. He is now planning all these things for your salvation. So every time you see it fall, remember maybe it's good. And in fact, the death of modernism will be very, very good for Christianity.